I'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. Mayor Stephen L. Reed from Montgomery, Alabama. How are you, sir?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Good. All right, so you wanted to know what my pre-question was. I understand you went to the greatest institution on earth.
I did.
I heard you went to the only school in Atlanta.
That's right.
But we have something in common. I was there from 83 to 85.
Oh, man, I love it. I love it. The house.
The
building.
The house. And then you went to Vanderbilt.
I did.
And then you find yourself being the mayor of one of the most important cities in the civil rights struggle.
Absolutely. Birthplace of the movement.
Yes, sir. How's it feel to be here at the White House for this Juneteenth?
Oh, it's always great. You know, I think it's not anything I take for granted. You know, when you're here, it's certainly for celebration of Juneteenth, the history that's involved with that. It's important. And you see all the dignitaries that are here as well. I think this brings it home for what it means for this administration to recognize our history and to recognize our contributions.
How is the voting turnout in Montgomery? No doubt we just had an election in Baltimore with where Mayor Scott was reelected. Yes, sir.
My guy.
But the voting turnout was abysmal.
Yeah.
How are we doing with voter turnout?
You know, our voter enthusiasm, we have a little work to do. I think can recognize that. But I feel good about where we are right now and where we'll be in November. The thing I want people to know about local elections is that's where the rubber meets the road. You know, it's important that you get involved in the local election, whether it's mayor, school board, council, whatever it may be, because so much of what we're doing, particularly in our communities that make up the African American Mayors Association, of which I'm the president, when talking to our mayors, whether it's small towns or large cities, we're trying to make that difference on the ground without getting caught in the bureaucracy and without getting caught in a lot of the theatrics that are going on here in D.C. So we have time to improve that voter engagement. We are going to do just that, and I feel very confident that our voter turnout in November will be higher than most of the pundits have it to be right now.
You support this president?
At 100%. Support the president, the vice president, and everything that they've done. So we're engaged. They have been great for mayors. They've been great for African American led communities, and they've been great for originally those who have been marginalized and disenfranchised. They understand what equity means, and they have put action behind their words. And not every leader, every administration will do just that.
How concerned would you be if he doesn't get reelected?
I would be very concerned, but that's not really a thought in my mind because I know the American people understand what's at stake. I know that the African American voters understand what's at stake, and I believe voters of all stripes understand what's at stake in this election. And so I believe that President Biden and Vice President Harris will get another 4 years, but I don't expect it to be easy. I don't expect just to wish it so or even just to pray it so. We got to work at it, and we'll be doing that between now and Election Day. Just
one more question. What are people in Montgomery saying about the Gaza Strip?
Well, people in Montgomery certainly are concerned about what they see internationally. They're trying to understand a little bit more behind how you find a peaceful resolution at this point. But people in Montgomery, you know, primarily are talking about what's impacting them domestically and the threat that Donald Trump represents here to our democracy and the progress that have been made by so many who led the civil rights movement and who were a part of that. Those are things that are at the forefront of our mind, along with how to make sure we have a fair opportunity, the American dream, to obtain better jobs, better health care, better education, and how to make sure that that continues on under President Biden and Vice President Harris.
Man, Stephen L. Reed, any final thoughts?
Listen, it's always good to be on with you. Listen, I'm excited about the state of Maryland, black governor, black Democratic Senate candidate, black mayors obviously throughout the state, black county executives.
More political black political progress than ever before.
I mean, it's amazing.
Attorney General.
It's amazing. AG, I mean, it really shows us what's possible. And I'm excited because I know it's not just political, it's financial, economic as well in Maryland. And those are things that, you know, mayors and state leaders around the country recognize and look to. So keep up the great work and keep doing it.
I misspoke. A.G. Gaston. Does that ring a bell?
Absolutely, you got to.
Why do we need to know him?
Well, A.G. Gaston was a black enterprise entrepreneur of the century. And he was someone who started out with very meager opportunities, if you want to call them that. I'd really say none. And he built a multi-million-dollar conglomerate at a time in the height of segregation. And I think there are a lot of lessons for us to learn when it comes to business and entrepreneurship.
Good deal. Mary, thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
Keep watching BMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.